1,600 square foot home, rent to own for $750 a month. The address is 2211 Minorcan Street, Middleburg 32068. These pictures are before the rehab, so by the time you see this, sometimes we even help people before that. If we find the right person that we want to help eventually own this home, they can actually pick out the colors. But we'll have this thing will be totally done from top to bottom, new paint, flooring, appliances, countertops, fans, fixtures, everything will be totally redone. Every house we do is like that. But what makes this special, like I say, really is a rent to own, which means even if you have been turned down or are having problem getting them approved for a loan, or don't even know if you just think you can't get a loan, we can help those people as long as you have a job and make money and can afford the payment, which the mortgage for this is about the same as the rental payment. That's what somebody's going to pay to own this house. So, a rent to own is rent until you get approved for a mortgage. That's how everyone works. And we only take on rent to owns that are actually turned into a mortgage. And right now, if you're not super excited to get a mortgage, I'm going to show you something at the end of this video that will hopefully make you that. But a lot of people understand, hey, if I can own this for $750 a month and these things are renting out for $1,100 a month, this is a good deal. If you're somebody who really wants to own but has had some problems or needs help, we can help you. Fill out the form below and we'll tell you exactly what it's going to take to get you a loan. In this area, you can actually, the person that will end up buying this home will put zero money down, no closing costs, no money down, and have around a $750 to $800 and some payment maybe to own this house. And that's just a heck of a thing when a lot of people are paying much more than that to rent. If you want to own something and take advantage of the kind of gold rush that's going on with interest rates and home prices where they're at, fill out the form below. We'll tell you exactly what it's going to take for you to own this house, or any house for that matter. One of the things I like to go over and tell people is to qualify for this house, because we have a lot of people, you need a few things. Credit. Notice credit isn't on here. We don't say we need a 750 credit score. What we really need more than anything is somebody who's super motivated. But also, your income that with the IRS has to match the income you tell us. If you're self-employed or 1099 and you don't file your taxes or you write a bunch of stuff off, that's okay. It just has to, the income that the IRS says that you make, that's what you make. That's what the bank's going to go off of. Even if you had a bankruptcy, if your bankruptcy was discharged 12 months ago, we can get you in this house. After 13 months, even people that have had a bankruptcy, we can help. No foreclosure or short sale in the past 3 years. If you know you have huge judgments, a car repossession that's $10,000 that you haven't settled or taken care of, if you have judgments or liens like that, not talking about collections, but judgments or liens, that you can't take care of in the near future, this isn't an opportunity for you. It would be nice if you knew you had at least one score over 570. That's a good starting point. You guys have this, and you have a job and you make money and you understand it's a heck of a time to buy a house, please fill out the form below. Click the button, go to this, fill out our quick application, and I'll tell you exactly what it's going to take to get a loan. If not, and if you don't have a burning desire to own a home right now, I really suggest people come to this government website and click on the renting versus buying calculator. And I know everybody knows that renting is not as good as idea as owning, but really I don't think people understand how much money they're throwing away, because renting really is it's a sucker bet. I mean, you just cannot get ahead renting. In Vegas they have certain bets where they're called, I guess, sucker bets, and to me, renting is one of those things. You're just never going to get ahead renting, and this really helps drive it home. It helps you compare just saying pay a $900 a month rental rate versus buying a $120,000 house today. And because what you're doing when you're buying a home is it's not like you're turning your rent payment into an investment. And your net worth over 30 years, you're looking at a $400,000 different bet off to the good from owning rather than renting. So it's not like you just because right now a lot of people, they're paying $1,200 a month, they can own the same house for $800 a month. It's not just the $400 you're saving. It's it's what you build up over time by paying your own mortgage and not your landlord's mortgage. So if this doesn't give people a real fuel to let's figure out what it's going to take to own a home, as long as you have a job and you make money, remember, you can own a home. And it's not always years. There isn't a blacklist of people. Most people can own a home in 6 months if they have steady employment, we find. So fill out the form below and we can tell you. The other thing is, I don't think people realize Jacksonville, Florida is where investors are coming from all over the country to invest. I like to make people watch this just so they understand, this is one of the rare places where, I shouldn't say rare, but one of the places where really these investors can buy a house for, they're paying $600 a month, they're renting out for $1,100 a month. So for our own people in our own city not to be taking advantage of it's just sickening when they have jobs, they have money, they just don't really know the first step. Just listen to this for 2 seconds.
Well, Florida, if we could look at a chart for...
Because Florida's one of the worst hit places.
Well, that's it. Exactly.
So
the bubble's been erased. That's the idea. The bubble's been erased. In Florida, almost across the state, they're back to 2001 prices. So if we have a chart here for Jacksonville...
So it's really, the numbers make this a good deal. It's not necessarily... just the this house or that house. It's just the time that we find ourselves in. So if you're somebody who wants to take advantage of that, doesn't know the first step, you have a job, you know you can afford it, I promise you, fill out the form below. We can tell you exactly what it's going to take for you to own a home, and stop placing that sucker bet on the first of the month every month.